So I wanted to start off by talking about last night because I am very, how do I say this? Like, I feel really good about who I am as a person.
Okay.
In the sense of...
That's great.
In the sense of, like, last night, it was pretty much 10 p.m. And I was like, it's time to go to bed. Mind you, today's Sunday. So I'm talking about Saturday night.
I remember specifically it was 10:14.
Right.
Because I remember looking at the clock when you said I'm ready to go to bed. And I was like, what time is it? And it says 10. To me, anytime it's like 10 something, it's still very early.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what happened?
So basically, because I don't know, I had like a pretty full day. I was hanging out with my family and I went thrifting and, going shopping like in person is much more tiring than I feel like it used to be because now I'm so used to just shopping on my phone, like whatever I'm on, all the apps, whatever they are, thrifting or new clothes. It's so chill. It's very low lift. But going shopping to actual stores, now it's like more rare for me because I just don't really do it that often. So when I do, especially yesterday, I decided to take my mom and my sister on like a little thrift tour. And I took them to all of my favorite spots in Seattle. And that means that we went like back to back to about like 5 places. And I was pretty tired after that. I was pretty, so I got home, I showered, I ate.
You know why you were tired?
Why?
Because when you shop in person, you have to try shit on.
Oh, yeah.
So you trying things. Yo, that shit actually makes me very tired.
Yeah.
Like going places and you have like whatever outfit you have on that day, right? And it's even the worst when you have on boots. If you have on boots,
I had on Converse though, which are still not ideal. Like they're not a slip on, slip off situation.
Yeah. So trying things on and different pants and shirts, that shit makes you tired.
And another thing too about like thrifting or vintage shopping is that I feel this pressure that I'm on a hunt for something good and I have to try my best to get through the store as fast as I can before someone else finds a piece I would have wanted. So if you see me...
Get out of the store as soon as you can.
Get through the store.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I need to get through the store and all of the items they have. Like I want to just flip through all the items as fast as I can before somebody else gets to a piece that I might have wanted, but I didn't get to it in time. And if you see me in a thrift store, I'm like a crazy person.
No,
I'm literally like flipping through shit.
I was just going to say, I can tell by your body language. For me, I'm very chill. I just kind of like go one by one, whatever.
Yeah, I take your sweet time.
Yeah, and I look over at Alia and she's like...
No, I literally like flip through it because also it doesn't take really like a long time to see whether or not I would be into it. Like you see the print, you see the material, you see the fit. I generally don't keep... I don't like take my time, which I should because it's like an enjoyable process. But at the same time, I have this thing that I feel like if I don't get through the racks like soon enough, because it's happened to me before where I see someone else in the store with like a nice piece and I'm like, damn, I missed that because now they're hanging on to it.
You know what I would love to do when I see someone hanging on to something that I really, really want?
Yeah.
And they're kind of like thinking about like if they want it or not. You can tell when someone hasn't made their mind up yet, right? I'm like, please put that shit back down. And I'm just hanging around.
So do you follow them?
I don't follow them because if the rack is this, like, I can't follow them because the rack is not that big.
Oh, well, what if they like take it with them, but then they walk around with it?
No, I don't.
Like if I choose, like I like to also accumulate a lot of pieces, even if it's a pair of pants or whatever, then I'm like, I kind of feel like they won't fit, but I just want to make sure that nobody else takes them. I'll just like keep them with me and I just accumulate hella shit.
No, I don't follow them around, but as soon as they put that shit down, I'm grabbing that.
Oh, yeah. I have done that before where like somebody takes it off and they look at it. And then you see it because they took it out and you're like, damn, that's fire. They better not take that shit. And they put it back in. And as soon as they leave that rack, I'm like,
yep.
But anyway, so beside the point, last night I was pretty tired when I got home and then picked up food. On my way to picking up food, I had to drive in Cap Hill. I had to drive through basically like the busiest one of the busiest streets on a Saturday night in Seattle, I would say, is where like people go out to eat, people go out to, drink, go to the bar, go to the club, etc. And I'm driving there on my way home, and I stopped to get us some dinner. And I was like, damn, people are out here. Like, I don't really realize it until I actually see it. It's like people are out, girls are wearing the skirts, the fits, the whatever.
While it's raining.
It actually wasn't raining, but it was cold as fuck.
Yeah.
People are just out. Like, people are starting their part of the night. Yeah. It's like the beginning of the night. And I'm out here like, I'm about to get dinner, go home, get in my PJs, eat good food, and go to bed.
Like, you're not even thinking about that.
I'm not thinking
going
about that.
To the club or standing in line for something.
At all. But, with each their own. But it's just like such a juxtaposition,
Yeah. Yesterday when you said that you were ready to go to bed at 10 p.m.,
yeah,
our neighbors, for some reason, they have these like huge windows and we can see everything they're doing in the house.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, so they had like a get together with all their friends and stuff like that. And I was just like, we're literally here. And it made me think, like, why is it that we're not into going out anymore? Is it strictly because we're in a relationship, or is it just because you're just not into it anymore? Because people our age usually are still all out.
Yeah, I was thinking about that exact same thing. And I kind of make myself feel bad about it a little bit.
Feel bad?
Like there's this little negative feeling attached to that.
I don't think it's
train
negative.
Of thought for me. Like
really?
anytime that, like for example, last
you feel bad
night,
about that?
I feel like, damn, I'm in my 20s, approaching like my mid 20s. I'm 23, turning 24 this year. Everybody talks about how like in your 20s is the time to like fuck up and like have all these experiences and things like that. But to be honest, like I have no desire to be wild, to do all these things. And I do wonder whether or not it is because I'm in a relationship and I've been in one for a while that because I don't know. Because to me, like the only reason why I would go out is if I was single. For me, personally. That's just how I feel about it.
So if you're in a relationship, you can go out.
I'm not saying you can't, but like I have no desire to. And I just remember when I was single is the only time that I really had a desire to go out. So
if all your friends hit you up right now on the weekend and they're like, hey, next weekend, let's go out.
I'm going to say probably not. That's happened before. You know how many times the few friends that I have, let's say we hung out, like we went to get dinner and they're like, oh, let's go to this place. Or like, let's go get drinks. I'm literally looking at my phone like it's 11. I'm going home.
I have the same thing too. Like if you go out with friends and let's say you go eat, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like a Saturday night or Friday night.
Yeah,
and
you get
people
like a little
are out.
late dinner.
Yeah. So then usually people after that, they're like, oh, let's go to this bar or let's go to this club. In my head, I'm thinking like after the dinner, I'm going home. Like I'm done. I just want to do my thing.
I had my portion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But to you, that doesn't feel like you don't feel guilty or bad about that.
I never did because it's not even because I got clubbing out of my system ever.
Yeah.
Because I never really, even in Belgium, I was never really going out that much.
Yeah.
I can literally count, maybe up until this day, I can count on both of my hands how many times I went to a club in my lifetime. It's probably around 10 times, not more. And each one of those times was just like, 2 of those were probably like my cousin's birthdays. Maybe one of those was like my sister. Yeah. I never went to a club for my own birthday. Out here in Seattle, maybe a couple of times. I just always felt out of place.
Yeah.
In clubs. I don't know why. Even just like when it comes to like dancing with like other people, I never felt comfortable enough to like, if I see a girl dancing, I could never get myself to just go dance with her or just like go grab her and start dancing like from the back. I always felt like that's such a like I don't know. And people do that all the time. I have friends who do that and I'm just like, I just don't have it in me. Like a girl would really have to give me the
signal, like some major signal to let you know.
Major singer to like, hey, I want to dance with you right now. Yeah. That's when I'll go.
Yeah.
But let's intro the pod, okay?
Okay,
I feel like we haven't even... welcome to the What's the Juice podcast. Je m'appelle Yoni Ekoto.
Et je m'appelle Alia Zaita.
Oh, nice. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Comment ça va?
Ça va bien. Wow. Are we going to do like a French pod today?
That's where you say et toi.
Et toi? Et vous? People in French, I can
Et
always
vous?
know.
Is that like the polite way to do it?
Yeah, it's like I can always differentiate when people speak like they learn French in school.
Like me.
Yeah, they would always be like, hey, vous ça va? And it is the right way.
But nobody actually says it like that?
Unless you speak to like an elder, like someone that's older with like respect, you know?
So how would you say like ça va, but...
Ça va et toi? It's like ça va et toi. It's like and you.
Oh, you don't just say ça va.
You can say ça va if you want to. If you say et toi, that means like and you. If you want to know how I'm doing. But anyways.
But hi guys. We were just watching the beginning of the Oscars earlier before we started recording. But
yes.
we kind of I wanted to keep watching it, but also it's one of those things that I actually haven't watched any of the movies. I wish I did. I have been a very I come from like a family of movie watchers, and our favorite activity as a family was watching movies. But ever since I've lived on my own, I have kind of been getting like I haven't been keeping up with movies very much.
Is that because of me?
Partially, but also just like I watch a lot of TV and TV shows because I do my work, whatever it is, editing a video or something like that. I do a lot of that while I'm watching TV. So I wouldn't watch a movie while I'm working because I want to watch the movie. And for some reason, I've gotten to the habit where I feel like I can't sit down and watch something without multitasking. So even if I'm watching a TV show and I'm not doing work, I might be on my phone.
Yeah.
Doing something like that. So anyways, but we did watch the beginning of the Oscars where Jimmy Kimmel was...
he got on stage from a parachute. So he jumped from a plane. Obviously, it wasn't real.
Not a plane, yeah.
But I think he just looked really cool. And that you were actually like, I don't know where you were, but
I saw the parachute though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but I was going to say, but he touched on the
Will
last
Smith.
year Oscars and indirectly talking about like Will Smith. And anyways, if you haven't watched it, you should watch that clip. I think he did a really good job.
He did a really good job. And it was
funny. And it was also like serious.
It wasn't funny to Will Smith though.
I think you can't be mad at that, bro. You did that. And I know we talked about it in the last episode, so I don't want to like talk about it again. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, so I want to get more into movies in 2023 because movies are something that TV shows like just aren't, because they encapsulate just something.
Yeah. I like movies over TV shows. You know me. Like give me the beginning, the end. No, the beginning, the middle, and the end, and I'm good. I don't like TV shows because I gotta watch the next one.
Stay on it. That's
especially
true.
Especially if an episode is like an hour long. You know.
Yeah, then you might as well like watch a movie. Because that's another thing that I'm like, oh, I won't watch a movie because I'll watch a TV show because I feel like I don't have to commit to a whole thing. But then I end up watching like 6 hours of TV show, which could be like 2 movies
or 3 movies. Yeah, let's really get into movies though. Okay. I want to.
Oh, I thought you meant like right now. Yeah, get into watching. Yeah. So, what are we talking about on today's episode?
Oh, today's episode is about something that's very, very personal to me. I feel like I say that every episode.
Yeah, it's very current for you right now. You're really going through it.
I'm going through it, and I'm honest about it. I'm acknowledging it.
You don't always. I feel like you're coming to a little bit of a realization in this.
No, I am, because I noticed how it makes me feel. Okay, so phone addiction. Phone addiction is something that I've been battling for a very long time.
I mean, I would say honestly, you've been the worst you have ever been this past like winter.
Yes. And it's something, and I wish I could sit up here and say that I'm never on my phone. Like my phone is over there. Like I'm reading books. I don't do that.
No.
If I buy a book, it's almost like a feeling that it's a step forward, but I never actually read it. And on this episode, I really want to get to the bottom of it and really understand why I'm addicted to my phone, when even if it's not work, because a lot of it is work also. What I mean by that is like screen time. Mm-hmm. A lot of the hours go to work, but a lot of it also go to just random shit that I just love about social media. I love Twitter. I just love being on it. Like I live there.
You do.
Okay. And it's okay to acknowledge that and be honest about it, because everyone is like, I feel like everyone wants to maybe not agree with being addicted to their phone.
What do you mean agree with it? Like
No,
admit to it?
Just admit to it, or even
But
when
I
you're
think
talking
there's also
to
different levels of it, because I would say that I am on my phone like more than I would like to be, but I wouldn't say that I'm addicted to my phone.
You can also be on your phone and being on some websites, reading some shit, and you can also be on social media, which that part falls into like my side of things more.
Let's talk about how exactly did you and when you say addiction, like we want to clarify this is something that's like basically Yoni realizing that he's on his phone to the point where it's kind of getting in the way of all the things that he wants to do, and being on his phone is taking over many things in his life that he wishes, like he doesn't give himself space for anything else but being on his phone in a way. Yeah. And let's get into this. Is going to be a little bit of a therapy session and walking through this for Yoni. But let's get into me, the therapist. Let's get into how did you come to the realization that you have a little bit of an addictive relationship with your phone?
Time management is something that I've always struggled with. Mm-hmm. Just before the phone addiction, and I feel like addiction is a strong word.
Yeah, but I think
would you say I'm not addicted? I'm just on it a lot. I'm not like addicted to my phone.
I would say,
you know what? I think I might be a little addicted.
Yeah,
addicted.
Yeah, you have like that's why I said it's an addictive relationship with it.
Okay. What was your question?
No, so my question was like, what made you realize that you have that kind of relationship with your phone? Why did you? Because you're the one that said that. Yeah. You're the one that wanted to talk about this today.
I just realized that I wasn't getting as much done. I wasn't getting as much out of my day. And I know that a lot of it is because of my phone. Mm-hmm. I could go to the kitchen and want to make breakfast. And if I pick up my phone and I log on Twitter or Instagram, I would be on that shit for an hour. And then I'm like, okay, now I can make breakfast. With that hour, I didn't do anything that's good for my life. I just wasted that hour on scrolling, sending memes to friends, reading tweets. Nothing is benefiting me.
And it's not really like you didn't really go on your phone with a specific purpose.
No.
Like
I didn't have to pick it up.
You just went on your phone because that's what you do.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a stat where they can see how many times you pick up your phone. And I don't know.
You recognize that.
Yeah. And it's because I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I do it. And I hate that I do it so much, especially lately. Now, sometimes I do it if I'm looking for inspiration. I kind of do it like throughout the day, but most of the time when I'm just on my Instagram feed, for example, I keep seeing just random shit all the time. Meaning I see posts from like comedy accounts that I love to follow.
Yeah.
And then I have soccer accounts and then a lot of basketball accounts that keep me up with the games that are happening during that day. Different highlights. And I spend a lot of time. Like I really want to unfollow all of those accounts. All of the comedy, everything that doesn't benefit me or like my creative mind. Yeah. Because if the only thing I'm going to see on my timeline is, one of those photographers that I really look up to, or just anything that will inspire me, I want to just keep that. And that's the kind of stuff I just want to see. If I see something on my timeline that doesn't inspire me, I kind of just want to delete it, because while it can still entertain me, I'm losing a lot of time just consuming.
It's also distracting you.
Yeah, it's distracting me. And so I want to, that's what I need to do, I feel like. Kind of like you did. Like you were on your phone.
I don't follow anyone.
Alia was on her phone a lot until she realized that she didn't need to be on it as much, and she just unfollowed.
And for me, I also realized that the people that I was following, they weren't really giving me, like, seeing everybody's life and just constantly looking at what everyone is like doing and sharing and wearing and whatever. It wasn't it wasn't helping me in any way. Like even creatively in my own, industry, it was like clouding my own, I guess, like translation of life in the sense of I didn't know what my opinion was of anything anymore. I didn't know, is this my opinion or is this my opinion that is influenced by the things that are in my phone? Because I was constantly seeing what everybody else thinks, what everybody else wears, what everybody else is watching, listening to, doing, etc., what kind of workouts everybody else is doing. And I would let that sometimes even unconsciously impact my choices and my opinions on things. And then I would like basically not be doing what I truly want to do or truly want to wear. And it affects like my creativity at the end of the day, because then the more I see what everybody else is doing, the more I'm doing less of what I would be doing if I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And that's just like the way that it affected me. So I was like, I need to just unfollow everybody. And now when I want to see someone, I search up their handle, and then I see what they're doing. Like I choose to see what is this person up to.
And you keep it very minimal.
Yeah.
Versus just hopping on Instagram and then you just see a bunch of shit that you just don't. Okay, so the thing that I'm struggling with now.
Are we still good on time?
Yeah, we're good on time.
Okay.
The thing that I'm struggling with now is that, let's say I have a friend that I've known for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And maybe even before I started doing photography. And we're just friends. And it's good I like to keep up with people, especially if we were good friends, just to see like how you're doing and, stuff like that.
When you say keep up with people, what does that mean?
Just knowing, like I have a friend overseas, for example, right?
Yeah.
I went to school with, and let's say, they play soccer or they play basketball, and I want to know how his career is going.
Okay.
I don't want to unfollow that person because that's my actual friend.
Right.
And
I unfollowed all of my friends.
No, I know, but you have a different reason than mine.
Okay.
But like the people that I'm just kind of like Instagram cool with, like I'm just Instagram friends, we never really actually met in person. Mm-hmm. And it was back in the Instagram days where you do like the whole I'll follow you and then you follow me back, or like follow for, so you just like one of those things. And I don't need to follow any of those people because there's a lot of people that I actually don't know. Like, I really want to unfollow everybody that I don't know. And I don't care if they follow me or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you follow like over 1,000 people.
No, not over. I used to.
Oh, okay.
I used to follow like 3,000.
You've been waking 3,000.
Yeah, I used to follow like 3,000 people. But I mean, it just, I don't know. I feel like I just need to really cleanse my Instagram, and I feel like I'll have a better relationship with it.
Yeah. And I want to get back to how you said, I want to keep up with like this friend or this other person.
I already know what you're about to say.
No, but I find it interesting that you say like, I want to keep up with this person, whatever, where like you're keeping up with them indirectly, in the sense that like you're not keeping up with them like you're texting and catching up. You're keeping up with their life indirectly, where like they don't even know that you know what they're up to, and vice versa. So you're saying like, oh, I'm keeping up with them, but it's an indirect way, and
it's also not a good way.
It's not a good way. Like, it's not the most genuine way that you could. A more like, and that's why when I want to see, I think about someone, like if you thought about your friend, you're like, damn, I wonder what they're up to. I can search them up and see what they're up to. And I'm not necessarily saying the way that I do it is like better or perfect, but I just mean that it's interesting that you said
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
And the thing with, this is the interesting thing with unfollowing everyone, is that if you unfollow everyone, you have to unfollow everyone. That you can't keep two friends.
Mm-hmm. Because then the other people are going to be like, why did you keep these two people?
Yeah, exactly. So if you're out there just thinking about all that, just keep in mind that there's going to be some people who...
Oh, I can tell you firsthand.
There's going to be some people who going to take it personal. And me, honestly, right? Just honestly speaking. Mm-hmm. If someone unfollows me on Instagram, I don't really care. Even if they're my friend.
Oh, I don't care.
Because that means that what I'm posting, you're not interested in. It doesn't inspire you. You don't care. And that's fine. We're talking about a follow on a social media app. Who cares about that?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So also, when I follow someone, I don't follow to get a follow back. But that's a thing that people do. Like, they would follow someone. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I used to do that. I used to follow someone and give you like 24 hours and say, if this person doesn't follow me back, guess what I'm doing?
Unfollowing them?
I used to do that. And I'm not ashamed to say it, because I know a lot of people out there do it too.
Damn.
And if you're out there listening and you think that you're the only one doing that, I used to do that shit a lot. But now I got to the place to where it's like, if I follow you, I genuinely I love your content and I just want to see what you do. That's it. If you follow me back, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I think it's unfair to expect a follow back from someone just because they followed you. It's like, I didn't ask you to follow me.
Yeah. And
I don't want to see like what you're doing.
Yeah, but for some reason that sounds like messed up. You know?
No, but
I also
it's
think
not that serious.
My approach, and this is like a conversation I've had on and on with like people in my life that ask me why I don't follow them. Because I'm like, oh, you're my friend, et cetera, et cetera. And I've had to explain myself like several times around how, for me, Instagram is very much like part of my job at this point. You know? Instagram is fun, it's great, but it is in a way my job, because I also am not like, I don't love, it doesn't come very naturally to me anymore the way that I used to like take pictures and post. I'm trying to get better at it because it will better my job. It's fun. Like I enjoy doing it. However, there's so many other things that we do with the podcast, with YouTube, with all that I just don't think about it. And it doesn't come naturally to me. So for me, I don't think of Instagram as like my personal Instagram, the way that I used to before, like, you know, where I am now. So when my friends ask me like why I unfollowed them, and then I say, well, I unfollowed everybody, they still are like, okay, yeah, but I'm your friend. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm here with you right now. We're here in person. I'm hanging out with you. Would you rather me not hang out with you, but follow you? Like,
I think most people would rather do that.
No, I think just people don't think about it that way. And I also think that person, Instagram is not associated with their job. So it's a little bit different. But for me, I just wanted to cleanse everything. However, after I cleansed everything, how do I choose who I follow and who I don't? Because also people might have noticed that I only follow the podcast and you on Instagram. So as soon as like you see my following count go up, some people might click and see what it is, and then they're going to be like, damn, she followed all these people, but she didn't follow me. And then I'm going to hurt other people's feelings for, I would say, a stupid reason, but people might feel some type of way. And I just rather not deal with that.
I don't think you can be. Are you serious? Like, this is like so stupid for someone to be mad.
But I don't know.
You know, if one of my best friends unfollowed me on Instagram right now,
I have no idea who even follows me.
I wouldn't even care, because I know maybe they just don't want to see what I'm posting. I'm not going to take it personal.
Yeah.
At all. I'm never going to do that.
Anyways.
So back to,
I would say, I want to talk a little bit about how I've observed your relationship with your phone, because
are you going to put my business out there in the streets?
What do you mean?
Like, are you gonna say the thing?
No,
that
I just want to say that I feel like I've noticed the way that for you.
And also, you don't have to sugarcoat it. I'm down for that.
No, I'm not sugarcoating. I just feel like I want to put it in a way that it's like actually true. Where I think that it's kind of the way that you form a habit with anything else. It's become such a fundamental habit in your daily life that when you don't know what's next, what you don't know, before you do anything, you always pick up your phone. Like it's your in between moments, in between going from here to here, like from the bed to brushing your teeth and going to the bathroom in the morning, you're going to be on your phone. Then after you brush your teeth and all that, you're going to be on your phone. And then you get dressed. After you get dressed, you get back on your phone and sit down for a little bit on your phone. And then you go and make breakfast. Like every moment in between a different activity, you break it up into your phone. I don't think I've ever seen you get up, go to the bathroom, get ready for that, then go get changed and be changed into daily clothes, and then go make yourself breakfast. And then right after that, are you on your phone?
Yeah. There's definitely,
except for like obviously when you have to go to work and then you just like get ready really quickly and then you go to work. But I just think that it's a part of also like your comfort, because you having your phone and being on your phone, it's just becomes such an integral part of like something that you're just doing.
Also, I understand. Everything you said is correct and accurate. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Everything Alia just said, it sounds really messed up, but sometimes it's really like that. Not every day. Like, I won't say that.
Yeah.
It's not like that every day. But if I'm having a conversation on DMs with someone on Instagram, I'm always, I have this thing that it's like I always want to reply to everyone that I'm talking to, especially the listeners from the podcast. I just enjoy it. And you know how many voice notes I've been getting on my Instagram? It's fun. It's much more easier.
Yeah.
Much more easier.
Much
I don't know
easier.
if much easier. Yes. Okay. Solutions, right? Because this is what I'm here for.
Okay.
I'm being here honest, and people know all my shit now. And
do you want to talk before we get into solutions? I want to like just get into just a little bit of how does this affect you? Like why is it that, just get a little bit more into like how has this affected you? What has it like brought on the fact that how are you like feeling that this is a problem basically?
Well, I'm feeling that it's a problem because I know that I shouldn't be on my phone this much. Like I can just feel it. It's like I would be on my phone and what do you mean?
Well, basically I'm trying to get to when you called me, it was Saturday and
okay.
Yo, now you know what I was trying to get to.
I woke up with a headache. Like I just felt like I had just so much on my mind, right? And I couldn't figure out why. But I didn't feel like I really truly rested. Yes, I was asleep, but I feel like my mind wasn't resting. The last thing I did before I fell asleep was I was on my phone. That's the very last thing I do.
Right.
I don't read a book. I don't just kind of chill in bed, not on my phone. Like right before I close my eyes, it's probably some tweet that I was writing and didn't even finish writing it. So when I wake up, I'm going to be honest, I grab my phone.
Yeah, I think I do.
So I don't know. And I called you.
Actually, no, I called you.
Yes.
I was at the gym.
Oh, right. I think it was today that I called my sister, actually, when I woke up.
So it was Saturday morning when I called you.
Yeah.
I had just gone to the gym, or I was still at the gym, and I called you just to see like what you were up to, if you were up or not.
Yeah. Sometimes what Alia would do is she would FaceTime me.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more into FaceTime, okay?
I love FaceTime.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, if you're out there listening, just FaceTime me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
And I think I was just saying that I was telling you that I just felt like I was
the thing is, I can really tell when something's going on with Yoni, because Yoni's a very like, in the most, I would say 90% of the time you are the same, like good spirits, outgoing, good vibes, optimistic, just like chill disposition. Like you just have that vibe with you all the time. But because of that, and you're mostly like that, I can like right away pick up when you're not doing so good, when like something, and it's not very often, but because it's not very often, when it is that you're like feeling down, or you got something on your mind, or something's like not good in your heart and in your head, I just pick up on it right away and I call it out right away, because I want to know like what's going on, how can I help you, like let's figure it out. So in that moment, I just knew from like talking on the phone that I can tell that something's like not right. And I feel like in the last, like this past week, you've been battling with a little bit of that overwhelm and anxiety around how you feel like there just isn't enough time for you to complete everything that you want to complete, you know? And it goes a little bit into, I think, what we talked about in the past with, I think it was the stress episode. It's just about like adjusting your standards and your expectations around like how much you want to get done. And then also, how do you compartmentalize and organize yourself? So it's like, instead of doing what I do, which is letting yourself be overwhelmed by the tens of things that are on your to-do list and all the things that you want to do, instead of letting yourself be overwhelmed by that and giving your energy to that, how about you try to find a solution in that moment and stop that overwhelm with action and being like, okay, these are all the things I got to do. There's a lot of them. I'm so overwhelmed by this. Let me just start one and go from there. And that's exactly the point that you were at on Saturday, I would say.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like there's also just a lot of things that I know that I need and want to do for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast, photography is something that I've been, dragging for the past, I don't know, half year, it feels like.
Because the podcast just kind of took off.
Yeah. And I took a step back and I realized that, for now with the whole rebrand and everything, I was like, it's okay. Probably just better for me to take that break with photography, especially since I want to do just like a different direction a little bit with my stuff. So that's fine. It's I don't know. I just feel like there's really a lot. I want to do so much in one day.
Yeah.
But the problem is also that I don't know what kind of phone plan I need to have that doesn't give me like access to just internet all the time. Because I just love like social media and I really can't help it. And it's been a problem. The more busy I got with actual work, because when I wasn't so busy,
it's not really impacting you.
It wasn't really impacting me that much because I kind of had time, but now when time is like so crucial, posting days, reels, editing, planning a shoot or stuff like that, is just that I really can't, I don't have space to even waste time like an hour on my phone, not doing anything productive, especially.
Yeah.
So I think I want to say like right after this episode, I'm really going to make a big change. I don't want to be on my phone as much. Like when I wake up, when I go to bed, what?
No, nothing.
I just want to make like an actual effort, and especially if I don't have to be on Instagram for work, I'm not just gonna be on it just to I don't know, just to scroll past.
Yeah,
like,
and I think it's okay. Like
that.
everybody does, I'm on my phone like less than you, and I don't think I have that same relationship with it, but I still scroll on my phone mindlessly.
Yeah,
and I think like you can't. I'm not saying like expect yourself to just quit cold turkey and like not be on your phone like at all. But I think what happens with you that I've noticed is like you might do something for work, like answer DMs or plan a shoot or write an email or figure something out or look for inspo or do like all that type of stuff. But then because you're on your phone, someone texts you, someone else DMs you, someone else calls you, and you like if that happens to me, I usually like I'm doing something right now. This is unnecessary, so I'm gonna get to that later. Like if I have a DM, but I'm doing something else, I'm not opening it. I'm not responding it. It's gonna sit there until I have the time to do that, because right now I'm doing something else.
I mean, I do that too. Like, but once I see it,
but I think you don't do it enough. Is what I'm saying.
I don't do it enough.
Because I've seen you on your phone, the way that you do something and the way that you flip through and go through the apps is like you were just on an app and you exit it, you go on a different one, and then you go back to that one. And it's just a constant, like, you don't know where to stop.
Yeah.
And I think that at the beginning, like now, if you really are going to intentionally make a change to get off your phone, it's going to be uncomfortable for you because you're going to be like, what am I doing? Like,
I think I can do it because there's...
I'm not saying you can't do it.
There's a bunch of books, there's a bunch of like magazines that I've been dying to like read and catch up on. I would much rather like spend my time reading stories on like, the magazines that we have here that I'd never even read. Like I buy them because I'm like, oh, the new one came out, and we just stack them up and don't even like read them, And I actually get them to get photography inspiration.
Yeah.
So, and I think just creatively is going to be better for me than just scrolling on the reels. And I feel like I'm not using Instagram the right way. That's going to really like benefit me, and it harms like my photography and the stuff that I want to do because I'm just looking at.
And you're not giving yourself time Because if every single time, like let's say you did some work and as soon as this one task is done, you pick up your phone, you're not even giving yourself time to think about something else. Like those in between moments, they're always taken up by social media, a text message, someone calling you. Like for example, when someone calls you and you're in the middle of doing work, you take that call. I don't take that call.
Not always.
There's been many times where I'm like, you're going to get on a call right now? Like you're doing something. And you breaking your focus, it will affect you because it's way harder to get back into it. Because you just, right? Someone called you, you're on the phone, whatever. After that, you're back on your phone. It's not like you put it away and you get back to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's something that you don't even realize. And you can't even be mad at it because like it's such a... Phones are made to be addictive. And that's why so many people have this issue.
Yeah, that shit got me. I don't know who invented this little...
But...
whatever it's called, but...
It's...
But I got it. I think it's something that it's not like uncontrollable. Like I can honestly really say that tomorrow I can make a big change with that.
Okay.
You know, especially just realizing like the things that I want to do and like time management and, you know, stuff like that, which is something that I've always needed to be better at anyways, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, and also too, I mean, I just love sharing and I really do love taking pictures. That's how sometimes I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, you know, no wonder you're a photographer because like I would take photos and post it on my story just like with my phone because I actually just love taking photos of random things.
Right.
You know, but I mean, it's no excuse, whatever.
Yeah,
I feel like almost people follow me just for my stories.
Yeah. No, I would. But then what the change that you can do right there is like, okay, that's great. You don't have to change that. You don't have to post less. However, after you post, don't start going through the app again.
No, exactly.
It's like I have something like, oh, this is cute, whatever, or whatever you want to take a photo of and post it. You do that, you post it, and then you put it down.
Yeah, which is a lot of things.
Instead of like you do that and then it's like, oh, let me see what's happening on Twitter, even though you were probably on Twitter 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't need to do that. But the main thing is just really unfollowing those accounts that don't inspire me. I really promise you that would really make a big difference. And going to search someone takes like so much effort, I feel like, to where I'm just not going to want to do that anyways. Unless I really want to do whoever. Like, yeah, but my thing is different too because I'm not unfollowing everyone. So the people that I'm keeping are going to be the people that I would search.
Right. Exactly.
You know? So
yeah,
I'm just trying to work through it. I'm just trying to really understand like how I'm feeling lately because I haven't really been feeling good because I feel just overwhelmed. And sometimes low key though, I feel like the internet just kind of like stresses me out because there's so much happening. There's
so much. It's like overly bombarded with everyone's shit, and everyone's like opinion.
And my thing is I never want to miss out on shit. That's like my thing too.
But what, like miss out on what?
Miss out on something that's happening. Twitter is great for that. Everyone is watching the show together. There's shit happening. Like right now, the Oscars, people are tweeting. As soon as someone says something weird on the Oscars.
Awkward interviews.
Boom, it's on there. And you just reading, but none of that shit is important for you.
It's really not.
It's just a random shit, but I don't know why I'm attracted to just knowing what happened. You know?
So would you say, so that's a little bit of, you're experiencing a little bit of internet FOMO right there.
I think I have internet FOMO. It's not even real life FOMO, which is actually worse.
Which is actually kind of funny because I feel like most people have real life FOMO.
Oh, I don't.
Which you have none of.
I don't have.
But you have internet FOMO.
Yeah. Damn. Is that better or worse?
Wow. I think it's worse.
We should call this episode internet FOMO. So I feel like that's the thing that I'm like battling with.
And it's interesting because I think it's kind of
wait. Can you say what FOMO is for people who don't know?
FOMO stands for fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out is a real thing.
Yeah. But I think it's worse, actually, not to make you feel worse, but it's worse for it to be like internet FOMO because you can easily fix that fear of missing out by going on your phone and figuring it out compared to like having FOMO of going outside or being social or going to an event. There's much more effort that goes into actually attending that thing that you're feeling FOMO about, you know? So do we want to talk more about solutions? I feel like we kind of like touched on most things. I mean, especially because I think they're so personal to you.
What,
you know, like solutions? The things that you need to do in order to get better with this. I think it's also being aware of like when you picked up your phone and you're like, damn, I really don't need to be on my phone right now.
I'm going to start doing that. And I think I can. And if you're listening out there and you are me, like you're doing the exact same thing that I'm doing, which
Or
I'm
a
sure,
little bit of it.
Yeah, or a little bit of it, or maybe more of it.
Oh, damn.
And I'm sure that exists.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about it? Because you really have to acknowledge it for yourself. You really have to know, like, damn, I'm on my phone. There used to be a time where my screen time on my phone, out of the 24 hours in one day, it used to be like 15 hours. So that tells you what?
It's never off.
Yeah, do the math right there. And I wasn't proud of that. I was just on my phone, and I was also just like in a different place in my life.
Yeah. And another thing too is that like there's a lot of work that like you do on your phone. You could do it on your computer, and I think when you're on your computer, it's different.
Yeah,
it separates it a little bit, because on your phone, it's not that you have a work phone and a personal phone. It's all in there together.
I should have a personal phone. Think about that. I mean, I should have a work phone. Just like this is the phone that I do all my work in, and then this is the phone where I actually just communicate with people. Yeah, but then
like you gotta like bring two phones.
Bring two phones, two plans.
Something I was gonna say and I forgot.
Sorry. So yeah, just please let me know in the comments. So what do you do? Do you have solutions? Do you feel what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm going through? Because it's annoying, and I don't like admitting it on the podcast. Like, it's kind of embarrassing.
Oh. I wouldn't.
I think it's a little bit embarrassing, especially when you call out every single thing, like how my breaks in between activities is me going on my phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It feels a little bit embarrassing.
Oh, I mean, I'm not embarrassed. Like because
I know you're not embarrassed.
No. I'm saying, because I feel like when you feel embarrassed, you think people are thinking something about you, but I understand it. Like, I get it, because.
No, and that's fine. That's fine. This is why I love this podcast, or just podcasting and sharing things, because I know for a fact, if I'm the only one who's like this, then I'm really going to feel shit.
No, you're for sure not the only one. And my last question to you is, as a partner, no. It's just, as a partner, like, how much do you want my help with just like getting a little bit better at managing your time in that way? Because, I can be very much like, which I already kind of am, a little bit on your ass about, like, you're on your phone, or like,
but sometimes blah, blah, you blah. Don't know what I'm doing. So
there's no way for me to know.
Yeah. I want you to just call it out every time you think that.
I already do that.
Yeah, you do that anyways. So just keep doing that.
Okay, so yeah.
Don't do more than that.
Okay.
Don't do more than that.
Okay.
Because nobody wants to be micromanaged.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to ask, because I would be annoyed by that.
Yeah, I get annoyed by you already.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's like it's you ever got annoyed by someone calling you out, but you know that they're right?
Yeah.
You can't even be mad. I'm actually just mad at myself. But then sometimes if I reply,
it's hard to like admit that.
Yeah, and then sometimes when I respond in a certain way, and you don't appreciate the way I respond, it's not because I want to be rude to you. It's because,
I know that.
It's because it's just in within.
And I know sometimes that you actually are not necessarily responding to me, you're responding to yourself.
Yeah. But I want you to keep doing that. And I really appreciate every time that you do it. I really do, because
one thing Yoni hates though is in the morning. When we wake up and it's like a day where I didn't go to the gym yet or whatever, and we wake up at the same time, and I always like take his phone.
Oh my God.
He hates it, because there isn't anything more satisfying
than
can't
take
when you
my property.
Up. Yeah, but it's like, I know the satisfaction of when you wake up in the morning and you're still sleepy, whatever, but then you get on your phone and your phone like kind of slowly wakes you up. It's a very satisfying moment.
I don't want that. I don't want to do that anymore. It's not, sometimes the phone is so bright that, when you wake up in the morning, you need to ease into the day.
Yeah.
But when I started and I have the phone light
there's
on,
a very easy.
Yeah, turn the light off. I mean, turn the brightness off, right?
No. I was going to say, what if we actually start doing this? How about we get an alarm clock?
And put the phone in the kitchen?
And put the phones like in here. They're nice, charging for us here. before, this is where you say goodbye to your phone. It's in this room.
Yeah.
And then you go in bed.
Ooh.
Get an alarm clock.
We should do that.
Boom.
I think you just found a solution. We're doing that. We're getting an alarm clock.
All right. I'm down. Because I do the same thing too. Like, you know how many times I've almost missed Pilates class because I was just on my phone?
Yeah, let's talk about you though. How are you with your phone? Like, how do you feel? You know what?
From the outside, how would you say I am?
Just before we continue, ever since we did the 30-minute thing on the camera, I keep thinking in my head, did I press record? No, honestly, should I go check or can you just go check? Just really quickly. Oh my God, yo, I'm not gonna lie. For the past 20 minutes,
I was 20 minutes.
I was like, she's gonna fucking kill me if we're not recording. That's what happens when you just run the whole operation with two people.
Yeah.
There's no one there that can look at the time and be like, okay, you guys are good. So from the outside,
yeah.
Now I'm comfortable because I was like stressed about the camera. Now, from the outside, I think that you are on your phone a lot also.
Okay.
And in this episode, you did a lot of just dishing out. So I think it's my time to really just...
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Why are you nervous? The thing that Alia uses the most on her phone, it's not Instagram. It's not Twitter.
I don't even have a Twitter.
It's not...
What is it?
It's not a GPS. You use your GPS.
I do love my GPS
a lot. That's like probably like your second favorite
Google Maps
app.
is like up there on my screen.
You watch a lot of the shows that you watch on your phone also.
Okay, I wouldn't count that as being on my phone.
It's being on your phone, but it's not getting in the way of your work. One thing that Alia is really good at, which I really appreciate because one of us had to be this way.
Yeah.
Is time management and writing shit down. Because if both of us were like me,
this podcast would not exist. No, no, but
and I really appreciate that because it I'm not so much of a note taker. I think it's okay for some people that's how you work. Since like the first day I met you, you've been today.
It's that ballet discipline.
Today we're doing A, B, C, and D. I'm going here. Check that off. I'm doing this. Check that off. I kind of just live my life and just kind of like, I'm going to do this here. Do I want to do that other thing?
You know how much anxiety and stress I would have if I did that?
But this is why I actually have anxiety and stress because I'm just like, I'm just floating through life.
Yeah. And it catches up with you and you're like, damn, I haven't done shit. Or like, damn, there's so many other things that I have to do.
Yeah. So definitely being more like Alia would be good for me. Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's why it's a perfect match because I feel like there's a lot of things that you can take away from me. And there's also a lot of things that I can take away from you.
Yeah, totally. We're constantly learning from each other.
What would you say is a thing that you see me do or see me like?
What's anything that I'm doing? Take away from you?
Yeah.
I think like letting things in my head or it's about how I let things affect me where like I let things affect me very deeply. Different thoughts about several things. Like it could be that I'm having a day where things are just not working out and things are just frustrating. And I am a person that can go from 0 to 100 really quickly.
200.
And I let things affect me. And as I've said in the past, I really sit in that feeling. And if it's anger, if it's sadness, if it's frustration, whatever it is, it really takes over. And you really help me like directly and indirectly, like by observing how you deal with it in those types of situations, but also like helping me by talking me through those moments of like, why are you letting this affect you so much? Like, it's actually not that serious. And then I kind of push you away because I get frustrated because I'm like, no, let me feel this. But then at the same time, I feel it to an unnecessary measure to where like I shouldn't be affected by this to this extent or for this long.
And you shouldn't push me away.
Right. Yeah. But I push you away because I know you're right.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of the same when you get mad at me for telling you to like get off your phone you're actually not mad at me for telling you. You're mad at yourself that you're even on your phone because
Exactly.
you
I
know
mean,
you shouldn't be. It's kind
when
of
someone, when someone tells me something that's actually like a fact and is right,
yeah,
I'm never actually mad at them
right.
because, I want to do better and I want to be better with certain things. So when someone calls it out for me, I actually really appreciate it. And I actually wish that...
Stop saying actually so much.
Yo, how many times did I just say it?
Actually.
Yo, okay, sorry. No more actually this episode. So it's okay. I'd love to... I think the older I got, looking in the mirror and just really calling myself out. If you don't do it, I'll do it to myself. And just say, like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah. And sometimes I have those moments and it's so...
And it's good. It's so healthy. But a lot of people also just don't never have that moment. So I feel like some people also just never even think about... They're just like going through the motions in life. And just... It's so important to just take a step back to yourself and just reflect and be
it's
like...
all about self-awareness.
Yeah. Like, what am I doing? What am I trying to do? Is it something that I can be better at?
Yeah. Yeah.
And time management for me, it's been the biggest thing forever.
It's a muscle that you have to keep up because I also sometimes like I've been in ever since I haven't had like a full-time job because I've had more time. I've kind of been able to be more like loosey-goosey with my loosey-goosey with, if you know the reference. Do you know the reference?
No.
Loosey-goosey, baby. Loosey-goosey.
No, I don't know. I can imagine what it means, but
it's from School of Rock.
Oh, I never watched that.
Oh, damn. Yo, we gotta educate Yoni on these movies.
The movies, yeah.
But no, I meant to say that like ever since I've been kind of just working for myself without my 9-to-5 job, I have more time to spare or to work, and I'm more flexible. So because of that, I've kind of been off of the wagon of planning my days out because I don't really have to because I have more time to manage everything. But so I've been kind of out of it, and it's a muscle that I feel like I need to, the same way that when you're not into going to the gym, getting back into it like feels a little bit hard. And it's the same way where like now I'm trying to get back to being a little bit more organized, even if I have more time, because this way I can actually have more time that doesn't bleed into work. Because working for yourself, working from home, the way that we do with the podcast, with my YouTube and all of that, photography, it's very easy for work and your own personal life to bleed into each other to where you can identify if I'm doing one or the other. And then you end up like working all day while still not working all day. You know, it's like you're doing half and half. Because like I could be working, but I'm watching TV. Yeah. And you feel like I'm doing a little bit of work, but I'm also like chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's tricky.
And just lately, I just been feeling so overwhelmed because I know I wake up with with that awareness. I wake up with knowing what I'm doing. And I keep on doing it sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then also what gives me the headache is that I know I want to change. I know that I want to change that particular thing.
But are you overwhelmed by just the idea that you have to make this change? And you're like, I'll do it, just not right now.
No, I'm not overwhelmed by that. I'm just overwhelmed by... I'm just consuming. I just have so many things running through my mind. Like I want to do so much, like all these photo concepts that I have, you know, all the stuff that we have to do with, you know, like the pod, for example, or just, I don't know. It's just like a lot of things.
And I think it's about, as we talked about before, like instead of constantly feeling like there's this whole thing.
Hold on one second.
Instead of doing that, I think the next step from feeling overwhelmed being like, okay, I have to just pick a thing and go and do that and take it from A to Z and finish it off. Because if it's constantly on your to-do list and on your concept list, and I have this thing myself too, where it's like I have all these video ideas that I want to do, and I have all these other things and other goals with work that I keep putting off. They're constantly in the back of my mind and weighing on me all the time. And they add up and they just kind of actually inhibit you from getting work done the most efficiently that you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And add on top of that, add being on your phone too much. And then it's like there's only so much capacity your brain has to process things and be able to work through things and also have a life and spend time, do self-care, spend time with your partner, all of that. Like, being an adult is a lot.
No, I know.
There's so much to do. Constantly take care of the apartment and take care of yourself, spend time with your person, do your work, go to school if you go to school, do laundry, eat good food, go out, try new places. Like, there's so, and you want me to also call my family. Like, it's just, it never, ever, ever ends. And you don't even have kids yet.
Yeah, I know, right? I just can't. I don't even know what it feels like anymore to wake up and have nothing to do.
I don't think you ever have, like, that's never going to happen. Which honestly, I don't want to wake up and not have anything that I need to do.
No, I think don't say it's never going to happen, because if we're caught up on all the things we have to do with the pod, if you caught up on all the things you got to do for YouTube and I'm caught up on
everything,
with photography, it's okay to wake up and say, where do we want to go today? And we need to prioritize that, because life is just not work all the time. Like, that's not a healthy life. So the moment we have time for ourselves,
though, because like our work is also fun.
It is fun.
You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy.
But it's also something that you have to do. Like, we have to edit this podcast.
Yeah,
we have to spend.
That's the most fun.
we have to spend time, doing all the YouTube stuff. Even though it's fun, but we have to put it out. And then this year
is fun.
Yeah. And then we told ourselves that this year we're going to do every week. We're not missing a single week.
We haven't yet. Knock.
And that's our goal. And season 2 really, really been fun. So
yeah. No, you're right.
You
are absolutely right. But at the same time, working for yourself, there's just like when you work for yourself, you have your own business, you're your own boss. Somehow there's always something that needs to be done.
When you're your own boss and there's always something.
Yeah, but honestly, I will take that any day than having a boss.
No, that's true.
Anyways, should we move on to?
I'm ready to move on. I feel like I'm
kind of tired from that topic.
No, yeah, me too. Like, that topic gave me a headache a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But
it's in a good way. In a good way. Okay. Moving on from here, I really put it out. I mean, maybe you put my. I said I put it out.
Yeah.
As in, like, spoke about it.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's like a lot of details that you also put out there, which is good. Now I feel like people are going to hold me accountable.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it like you put out my business too much.
I mean, I was saying that, but it's fine.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Just be better. It's so funny. This is the one thing that you need.
What?
I mean, it's a joke, but anytime one of us says sorry about something we did, like Yoni says, oh, like, did you do this? I asked you to do this, or the other way around.
Yeah.
And then the other person is like, oh no, I forgot. Sorry. Then Yoni usually says to me, if I'm the one that says sorry, Yoni's like, no, don't be sorry. Just be better. But it's a joke. It's
just
not actually.
Be better.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not a real. Anyway, sorry.
Well.
No, I'm sorry because I kind of cut you off with that.
Oh, no, it's okay. When I say that you put my details out there like that, I actually don't mind, because
you make it seem like
it led me to really speaking about it, and then also just sharing more about that, because I feel like there's definitely people who are doing the same shit that I'm doing, and we need to stop doing that. Okay, let's put our phones away.
Yeah, no, I have to do that too.
Just walk outside. I want to start reading.
Yeah,
that was my New Year's resolution.
It's just
read a book.
It's all the other things that you want to replace being on your phone with. Those actually take more effort. Like, being on your phone and doing all that, it's just so easy.
I'm just saying, the thing about it. Reels on Instagram.
Oh, they're so good.
They're so good, and you just waste time watching it. And then when I put my phone away, it's like, what have I been doing the past 40 minutes?
Yeah, but also when Nothing. I haven't been on my phone I pick it up and I go on Reels, I'm like,
so satisfied.
I feel like I'm charged.
Oh my God. Okay, so do you want to introduce the official new segment of the pod?
So we have been like trying to implement this like new thing. So we couldn't really think of a name, but we want to introduce you to our new segment called Off Topic, which we've had actually...
People are familiar with that term.
And we've had one episode that actually was titled Off Topic, and it was just us literally talking about very random things.
Yo, that was people's favorite episode. I'm not going to lie. Ever since we did that, people are like, do an Off Topic part 2. And I keep telling you, and you keep thinking it's not good.
How would people know what is in that episode.
That's just the whole. I feel like there's two different types of listeners.
Yeah.
You have the ones who would just tune in every week, no matter what you're talking about. They're just here for the vibes, right? And you have the ones that are like, what are they talking about today? Is it about relationship? Is it about sports? Is it about social media, anxiety, whatever? They're very content specific. They're very specific in what they consume,
so I don't
which
want
is
to
great.
lose those listeners. What I'm saying.
I mean, I
like
don't
if
think
it's off topic part 2, how do they know what we're going to talk about? Like maybe it's not interesting to them, but that's where you would maybe put it in the description.
Yeah, there's some podcasts that I listen to and they just talk about what happened to them during their day, what happened during the week.
Yeah. I feel like you do that when you're a little bit more established.
Tell old stories, and people are just there for that every week, and I'm just like, yo, that's so dope.
Yeah, I feel like we'll get to that point later.
We're
on.
not
like maybe in another year or so.
I hope so.
But I also like talking about specific topics.
No, me too.
But anyways, so welcome. So wait, I don't know, how do we introduce it? Okay, so it's time for our off-topic segment.
No, I like it. That's good.
You like it? Like, okay, cool. I feel like, should we add like a specific music to this part?
We should definitely do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this segment, we're basically going to touch on off-topic things that are off-topic from the topic that we were just talking about. And each week and each episode, we're just going to bring on different little things that we want to touch on that have been happening on the internet or in our own lives or pop culture, if it's a movie, if it's a TV show, if it's music.
Whatever song you listen to, what movies are you watching,
There's a little gossip or something happening online that we want to decipher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the new Miley album came out.
Miley Cyrus.
I feel like if you say Miley, people know.
There's only one Miley, right?
Yeah, there's only one Miley, which is so like cool.
That's like the goal.
Yeah, I want to be like the only Ally people know.
I want to be the only Yoni, even though it's Yoni Kodo.
Oh man. You haven't listened to it yet, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on it. You've heard. You just said you didn't listen.
I listened to the one song. What is it called?
Flowers.
I mean,
so has the rest of the world.
Flowers is an amazing song.
It's so good.
I'm sorry. Listen, to any of my bros out there, and you hear me talking about Miley Cyrus, the song is good. See,
but why like sorry to the bros? Like why that?
Not even sorry to the bros, but I just know like my friends.
Yeah.
You don't drive around listening to Miley Cyrus.
I feel like if you're a guy,
I play that shit. I might roll the windows up, but I'll listen to Miley Cyrus in the car.
Down.
In the summertime, just listen to Flowers.
That song is so fucking good.
I feel like everyone got that one artist they listen to, and they don't want anybody to know that they're actually really into.
But I think because as girls,
it's different.
You don't have. I think it's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing
because,
especially like
whenever you talk about listening to Justin Bieber, all the other guys in the room are like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Oh yeah, people are.
But I hate that.
No, I hate that too. I'm like, what's wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Like the last Justin Bieber album was so good to me.
Yeah.
Justice, right?
Yeah.
It's an amazing album. You know how many times I listened to the album? If you're listening,
it's a great
my
album.
favorite song, can I just list my favorite songs since we're off topic?
Mm-hmm.
On the Justin Bieber last album, it's called Justice. It's the one with the green cover in a tunnel. What's that song called? Somebody.
Mm-hmm.
There's another song called Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
There's another song called Off My Face or something. Off Your Face.
I don't know if that's one song.
Anyways.
I'm so bad with titles, honestly.
There's really, really good songs. The only thing I don't like what artists do in music in their albums when they're putting it together is that they put like a whole track that's just like a skit.
That's becoming a little bit more popular nowadays.
It's very annoying because if I have this shit on shuffle, I had to make a specific playlist.
I think you can do it that you skip it. Like you can set it up.
You can just
so
delete it. You can just delete the songs that you don't like. That's what I do. When I download a whole album, I delete the songs I don't like.
That's some Apple Music shit though.
Yeah.
Like on Spotify, it's something else. Anyways, well, so the new Miley song, Flowers is great. But then I was listening to, so after Flowers, she released another song called River. And it's a little bit more dancey. It's a little bit more like, I mean, I guess Flowers is also dancey. But River is
Flowers
like,
is so good.
It's so good. River is not as good, but it's still a bop.
I don't like when you say a bop.
I'm going to say bop. That's just me.
I just don't like that.
That's fine, but I'm still going to say it. So
can you do people know what bop is?
Yeah, it's like a bop. Like it's like a bop. it's like a song you want to bop to.
If you're learning English, bop basically means don't use it. Okay.
Okay, I think you get the context.
Okay.
But yes, the second song was good, but not as good as Flowers. And then the whole album came out, I think last night or on Friday, I don't know. And I listened all the way through last night. And it was a little anticlimactic, to be honest, because the two songs that were released were so good. I expected that the whole album was going to be like that. And there's maybe like 2 or 3 other songs.
Wait, really?
That are like that. There's 13 songs total.
Her voice is amazing, though. You can't lie.
Her voice is amazing, but it's also like the songs themselves.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like pull it up right now. Yeah, like to be honest, I don't know. I feel like
What's the name of the album?
the album's called Endless Summer Vacation. Interesting choice.
Endless Summer
And she kind of was talking about how like the beginning of the album is supposed to be a morning, like summer morning, and then as you get into the end of the album, it's more like summer night.
Ooh, that's
And
what I would be at.
and the vibe does change, but I don't know. I just feel like I expected it to be a little bit more like. It's funny because musicians always do this. They always release the best singles on the album first. And then when the rest of the album comes out, it's a little bit like, damn.
But it's all about getting the people like ready.
That's true. But then
Like, why would I release a song that's not that good? People going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
but also, why aren't all the other songs on the album as good as this one?
Yeah, I don't know.
As these ones, you know? I would say SZA's album, though, didn't disappoint. Like, the songs that she kept releasing, the whole album is as good as those songs.
If not better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you thought the single was fire, and then when the album came out, you found songs that are better than the single.
Right. See, that's what I feel like I wanted from this album. Because I also think that Flowers were just so good that it made me think like, wow, this is going to be Miley's like shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not, but I just think for me, like, it kind of just was like a disappointment.
Okay, that's fair.
So what have you been listening to this week?
This week, to be honest, I've been...
You can look at your phone, you know.
When I'm in the car a lot, I listen to everything but the girl, to be honest. It's always like my favorite.
Yeah, be honest.
Huh?
You said to be honest like 3 times.
Yeah, I listen to everything but the girl, and
Have you ever talked about them on the podcast
I'm going to make a specific playlist by them on Spotify and share that with people because I feel like I talked about everything but the girl every once in a while. I feel like their new album is coming out soon, and they haven't.
Did they just release one?
No, it was a song that they released.
Oh,
but the last time they recorded together as a couple, husband and wife.
Oh, they were married?
Yeah, in 1999.
Did they get divorced?
No, they just took a break from
because I thought
music.
you said that she was
she went on to do like a solo career for a little bit, but
without her husband.
Yeah, but her music her voice is amazing. By the way,
her voice is amazing.
And I'm blanking on her name right now, but I don't know. I feel like that's like my favorite. It's like 80s disco, and it's so good. So she went on and she did like a solo career. I don't know how many albums she released by herself.
But it wasn't the same.
When people hear her, they're like, we want everything but the girl.
Yeah, we want like everyone.
So 2023, can you imagine? That's 24 years. You know? So I don't know who knows them.
It's interesting, though, that you would be like married and in a band, I guess, technically, and then release all this like really good music. And at one point you stop. And then like she goes on to have a solo album. And like kind of a solo career. Yeah. But she's still husband to the person. Yeah,
so she's the vocalist and the husband is playing like the guitar, like the other instruments. And they're so good. Yeah. They're like my favorite shit right now.
You guys gotta listen to Everything But the Girl.
I'm making a playlist right now.
Yeah, but until you do that, I feel like people should still listen because it's so good. What's your go-to song? Like give them like a good couple songs.
Missing is a great song. Just start with that.
I can just like already hear it. It's such a, when you listen to it, you can really imagine yourself in like 80s, 90s New York.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit of like Sex in the City vibe. It's a soiree, like you're at a bar or at a restaurant.
Good.
Everybody has like martinis and stuff. Everybody's dressed up nice.
Exactly.
And it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say listen to it if you're driving at night or like at nighttime.
Yeah, or if you have like friends over in the evening, play that shit in the background. I promise you, it's something different that any of your friends probably listen to.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
None of my friends listen to that shit.
Yeah, nobody really knows about them.
You know? And I don't know, like when I post it, like I don't see a lot of people want to post music that's cool. So it's like they will post it.
Oh, like music that everybody's listening to?
No, like for example, I don't know, like for example, me as a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Posting, let's say I want to post a song by Miley Cyrus, for example, right? Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys will look at that and be like, damn, you only listen to Miley Cyrus? That's like, it's like that judgment.
I hate that.
Or like Justin Bieber. Like a lot, it's like, there's certain artists that it's like, it's not okay for guys, for straight guys to listen to. And I don't agree with that. When I like music, I just like that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I posted that, Rosalia song.
Oh, that you like were obsessed with?
I love that song. Yeah. And usually I find out later that it's a song that maybe not all like straight men will listen to because it's very like sassy. I don't know what she's saying in the song.
Yeah.
You know? But I just like it. So anyway, I feel like Everything But the Girl is probably like not necessarily one of those artists.
Yeah.
But it falls into the like what the hell is this?
Yeah.
But
especially
it's so
it's
good.
so different from the mainstream.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's my favorite band. I think right now that's definite. I listen to that way more than I listen to like rap or anything like that. So
yeah.
Anyways,
I do want to give
playlist on the way.
I do want to give one recommendation. I was at the thrift store yesterday, and one of the thrift stores, or I guess it was more like a vintage store. And there was this music playing, and I was like, this is a vibe. So I asked the owner of the store like what it was, and she told me that it is Louise Bonfa, which is kind of like a bossa nova / like gives me like a little bit of like island / Spanish, Portuguese, Brazilian vibe. I could be so wrong by naming all these places, but I don't know. It gave me like a little Brazilian, something like that. I don't know where he's from, but Louise Bonfa, if you want to get like, it's such a nice vibe for whenever you want to feel a little bit neutral.
Yeah.
And I love music that puts me in a neutral state because it doesn't tell me to be sad or happy. And that's kind of what jazz music does. But however, jazz music sometimes does make me feel a little bit too like sleepy.
Jazz makes me feel so talkative.
It depends what jazz though, because you can have like upbeat jazz, happy jazz. You can have smooth jazz, chill jazz.
True. So Louise, is it
Luiz?
Oh, okay.
Louise, and then Bonfa, like Bonfa.
I feel like people would struggle with finding Louise. Is it Louis? Yeah.
Luiz. Yeah, Louise Bonfa. Highly recommend. And it's so good. It's such a vibe. And also, I've been listening to Mac Miller.
Shout out to Mac Miller.
Mike.
No, that's someone else.
And it's so sad because I really didn't listen to him when he was still alive. And I didn't,
crazy.
For some reason, I just never really got into his music. And
he got a song.
So
my favorite,
good.
Yeah, my favorite song by Mac Miller. He got a song with Vince Staples. It's called Rain.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite song by him.
Yeah.
R.I.P. man. It's crazy. It's so sad.
I listen to his music and I'm just like, I can't help but think about just like him as a person, because I'm like, his music is so good and it's so different. And it really went against the grain for, I guess, like being considered, because he was considered a rapper, right?
Yeah, he was a rapper.
Yeah, he was a rapper. So, but it's so different. It's very much, it's giving like him, Tyler the Creator. What's like another guy that's kind of like that?
I don't know.
Like his style. I don't know. But
that's going to be just the music segment or the off topic.
Yeah. And then do you want to get into
what?
Outer Banks.
Oh my goodness. Yo, somebody DM'd me actually before we started watching it. And they were like, Yoni, you should really, really watch Outer Banks. I think you would really enjoy it. Pull it up on a TV. I don't know who did it first. Probably
Actually,
you, right?
I started watching it, and then you were like, "Oh, is this Outer Banks?"
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I started watching on like the second episode, right? That's what it was?
No, I think you started watching actually the first episode, and you were like, "What is this?"
I was like, I didn't know what that was because the coloring, the way they colored the whole show, it's so like the way they color corrected the whole shit was just yellow. I feel like there was like
orange.
Yeah, and it was very unattractive. It didn't make me want to watch it at all.
Yeah.
And then I sat down and I was watching it and I was getting into it.
Well, at first you were like, "What is this? Is this like some kids like high school TV?" You know, and then so you kind of got out of it. And then I just kept watching because I like watch it, but I'm like half watching. I'm on my phone. I'm doing work, whatever. So that I kept watching it. And then I told you like, babe, this is actually really good. And then you kind of started watching a little bit and you were like, yo, what is happening? Because you could tell like there's some shit going down.
The cool thing about that show, there's always some shit going down.
Yeah.
I like that.
So then I stopped it and I literally walked Yoni through it for like 20 minutes and went through like everything that had happened and made sure that he was clear on everything. And then we started watching it and then we like got really into it.
Oh. Yeah, it's a really good show. Shout out to the person who told me to watch it because I was not getting into it. And the funny thing is the show is good, but it's also kind of bad at the same time.
It was, I think.
And let me tell you why.
Second season or third?
Now we're about to finish second season tonight, actually.
Okay, yeah, we'll finish it.
We have 2 episodes left. And we're not going to spoil anything. But basically, the reason why I think it's good and bad at the same time is because a lot of the shit that they get away with is not real.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's no way that like he can keep running away from the police for that long.
Don't watch out. You're going to spoil it.
I mean, I feel like that's not really spoiling.
If someone just going to start watching it right now, they're going to know that they're about to get away.
Okay, but like also I feel like a lot of people have been watching it already.
Fair.
Okay, trigger warning, or not trigger warning, but you know, disclaimer, spoilers, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of things that they do, it's kind of like, damn, like seriously, like it's bad when you can tell that shows are writing things just to keep the show going or certain storylines going. But I mean, I'm still gonna watch it.
I'm enjoying that
I think
show.
it's still good, but there's at times where I'm like, damn, you guys had to do it like that.
But you still watch it.
I still watch it.
You still watch it. That show is good. So if you haven't watched Outer Banks, I feel like this is something that we're watching right now. It's not a super serious show. It's nothing like Ozark or something like that, like Breaking Bad.
And
it's
that's
not
fine. You know,
it's fine. It's an easy show.
Serious shit. Yeah, I actually watched so many shows like back to back. It's kind of crazy. I watched.
Oh, can we talk about Perfect Strangers?
Perfect Strangers. Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, the reality show.
Perfect.
From Love Island, or like what is it called?
Perfect Match.
Oh, Perfect Match.
Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, Perfect Match.
I'm pretty sure that's actually another. It's called 9 Perfect Strangers. That's a whole other show. Oh yeah, Perfect Match.
Actually, let's not talk about that because I don't watch it.
Yeah, you didn't watch it. It was good. It was very entertaining. You know, I love me some bad TV. Like
if you watched Love Is Blind, it's pretty much something like that.
But what's so good about that show is the fact that you have all these people from all these different shows coming together.
Yeah.
Which is like the only time that you have like someone like guys from Love Is Blind of different seasons, and they're meeting people from this other reality show and then this other reality show, and then the fact that they're able to like bring people in the show and like out of the show. And anyways, it's good. It's like really bad, but it's good. So
any more shows?
I think that's it. We can close it out. You know?
All right, that was off-topic segment.
Okay,
tell us if you like it.
We ain't gotta do it like so, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first time we're doing the segment, so I know like what's the language here, you know.
Yeah. Do we want to call it off-topic segment?
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it. Off-topic. Let us know what you think. Should we do more of these? Should this be a real thing?
I feel like it should be like a day, like an every week.
Every episode, right?
Because it kind of breaks it up to where, you know, we have our intro, talk a little bit about random stuff, then we get into the meat of the episode.
10-minute intro.
And then, and then we get into like, we always end it on a chill note. Because I think sometimes we do talk about things that are a little bit more heavy or serious. So, close it out with just like silly things like your music, your shows, gossip, whatever it is.
Yeah. Another thing I've really been into, I know we're closing out, but Levi's jeans, denim. I've always been obsessed with pants.
Yeah, you have.
But I found these pants. I think Levi's. I think 517 is the number.
Are those the ones you just got?
The one with the flare leg at the bottom.
Oh,
and Alia hates
cut.
them. Yeah,
I don't like boot cut pants at all.
And I like them. I don't know. They're made for. Obviously, you can't wear them with like Vans or something. You got to wear like a thicker shoe.
Yeah, I mean that's why they're made that way.
But I know. I like it. All of my pants are baggy. Like even this right here, this is like super. It's like the baggiest pants that I have, but it's so comfortable. That's why the other day I was in these pants all day. You were like, why are you still wearing your pants? I'm like, it doesn't feel like.
That's nice.
It doesn't feel like I'm wearing jeans.
Yeah. I just got these parachute pants. I also just did my hair like this for the first time today.
It looks good.
I have this thing with like putting my hair up because I was a ballerina that I get like. My face is just really odd. Like you see my face, but when you have your hair down, your hair is like kind of hides you a little bit.
You have a nice face. You need to embrace that.
Thank you. So I feel like I'm gonna do this more often because it's such a nice clean look, and I feel like it works if you want to wear a hoodie because when you have your hair down, your hair is like on your hood and whatever. So this might become my new thing. I know I'm late to the game because the slicked hair has been a thing for a while, but anyways.
Yeah.
It's Sunday, so I feel like the Oscars are almost over, but it is what it is. We're gonna make some dinner, relax, probably gonna take a shower.
Yeah, I had fajitas today, and I'm still full a little bit. I think
I love me a good fajita. Flour with the flour tortillas or the corn?
Yo, you know what? The corn are way better.
Really?
Yeah.
I do like.
I'm so mad at myself that I ate like 3 of them with the flour one. And then I opened the other package and I was like,
they gave us both.
Like, damn, I would have ate the corn ones all day.
The corn one adds that extra flavor, but then the flour one has like this specific texture to it.
I don't like it. I like the corn one.
It's like stretchy.
Yeah. Guys, we love you. And shout out to everyone's dog still. That's always going to be a thing. And we appreciate you for listening. We appreciate you for always hanging out with us. And just have a great week.
I hope you have a great week, or having a great week since this comes out on hump day.
Daylight savings did not mess me up at all yesterday. Like, I don't even notice it.
It messed me up a little bit because I woke up to go to my workout this morning thinking I was like getting to sleep in, but I didn't really.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, it's because you slept.
I might notice it. I might notice it in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, it is just an hour, but anyways, guys, we love you. We hope that you have a great rest of your week. We have some fun things coming very, very soon that we're excited to share with you. You probably already know what it is, but we like to make it all secret.
We love like the sneak peeks.
Yeah, we love hyping things up. Okay, we love you. Okay.
Okay, bye.